I have updated thoughts on Miles Morales. I've finished it now. I actually finished it before the episode where I talked about it went up. And I think it kind of bears mentioning, because now obviously I do know how much more of the game was left. And yeah, it's palpably shorter. But don't get me wrong, it's still a very good game. But, like, for as many villains as they threw at the first Marvel Spider-Man, and yeah, he'd been doing it for 8 years, like, he'd add more villains. But, like, those villains still existed. Those villains are still there and exist, and we have to presume there are more. We know for a fact there are more of them, because he had mementos in his little backpacks all around the city that somehow no one found. So yeah, that on its own, I think that's just a case of, like, it's still a good game, and I think that's just a case of, like, expectations having been set by the previous one, but at the same time, it is... the game's noticeably more glitchy. Like, I had a lot more glitches happen in my time with Spider-Man Miles Morales than I have ever had with the first Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Maybe this is... like, because I have the PS4 version of Miles Morales, maybe they put all the effort into the PS5 one. I don't know. I'm not... like, it's not really my place to be dishing out benefit of the doubt in this situation, because here's the thing. When you've got this game where you put a Black Lives Matter mural into it that you make a point of directing our attention to, the optics I would probably then want to avoid would be to have the game be visibly more buggy and lesser in scope, and just generally have had fewer resources put into it. Like, I'd have wanted to avoid that, and it's not a hard leap to make, is the thing. To the point where you have to assume one person. Like, if they had thought to put this stuff in there in the first place, one person must have been like, you know how this is gonna look, right? Do you maybe wanna, like, lift a fucking finger to prevent... No? Okay then. It's still a very good game, but it just sort of casts a pallor over the whole experience that I can't really unsee. I still think how they did the side missions was more interesting. Like, the side missions generally in Miles Morales are a lot more, like, interesting to me than the ones in the... Go! There's too many fish jumping around me at once and I'm nervous. It's time for you to come back to life. Honeybee. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, you're all question marks down one way, and of course I'm gonna go for that. So, like, goodbye to you for now. But I know this because I've tried to do this episode once already. And I was recording through the wrong microphone, so it was just barely picking anything up on this very low quality microphone 7 light years away from me. So I'm having to redo this again, which is fine, to be honest, because my previous attempt at this episode was going crap, if I'm being honest. The only thing of worth was the mystery of Patrick's 7 heads, and why he would do that to his trousers, but, you know, we'll never know now. Your secret's safe, Patrick. And here's another thing I wanted to address, finally. I mentioned that I kind of wish he didn't spend as much of the game being quite as bad at quips. Our friend Miles Morales. Our friend and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I've said in... It occurred to me that I've said in, like, one of the Batman Vengeance episodes that I would like to see a superhero that wasn't great at the quips and, like, basically just did what I did of just fumbling around for words and, like, panicking and just shouting whatever came into their head. Like, here's the thing. What Miles Morales is doing in that game are, like, recognisable bad quips. Like he tried to think of a quip and arrived at this, and it's like funny bad. Oh, I'm nearly dead. When did I get a fucking lollipop? Can I withhold the desire to crunch it? That didn't do a lot. But yeah, like the point is, like for how bad it is, it's still recognisable as a quip. Whereas what I said was I wanted someone who did what I do, which is not recognisable as a quip. It's completely... that's a charge attack different. That's... you did nudge. But you're gonna kill me again before I even get the chance to recognise the type of salt that you use to grow. You'd be really small if it weren't for salt, remember that, remember your sins. I want to get out ahead of any accusations of hypocrisy there, because what I do is not bad jokes. Simply because what I do is not jokes. You can't accuse me of telling jokes on this show. Right, it's an entirely different process, okay? Right, first of all, you have to reach around in the little Scrabble bag of words you keep in your brain and think, right, what have we got in here? Then there's the yes and, where you are left with the unenviable task of like trying to apply some sort of context to whatever the fuck you just said. Then there's step 3, the accusation, where you berate someone, either someone who exists or someone you've just made up, for the particulars of the scenario you've just contrived. So now it's someone else's fault and your side of the street's clean. You are beyond reproach. Because it's the fault of Danny77 and his mischievous pet Colonel. So I'm just trying to work out, just ideologically, the pet Colonel, like, this is a pet that I have. Just a human person in military uniform. And they're so pissed off about it, and yet have not at any point tried to, like, escape the situation. Like, they've not pulled rank, which is odd. You'd think they could just leave, but no, we bought them from the pet store. An entire kernel. And now it's the fault of whoever it was that owned him. Who was it that I said? Danny77 or not? God, that's so like Danny77 to make a colonel subservient to him and then forget it, my name, or the other way around. I've turned into a different... Look. You've got a little pointy little... Ooh. Wait a minute, it was the other one who had the scissors magic. It was the other one who had a circular scissors magic. There's the potential to unleash powerful magic. I guess I'll keep going down. Do I want to keep going down that up the way? Do I want to maybe just switch from the rings to something a bit more powerful? And to that end, do I want to? We were only partially way through the raising of a demon, so we'll switch back to that for a bit. I do like the range on the bastard sword. Oh wait, this has the same... It's loved by ninjas. That has more attack power. I do think bastard is the way to go. See, look at that, look at the schweft on that. Am I going the right way still? Yes. Oh, hello. You're just sort of happening.
You are not without skill.
Cheers for letting me. Oh, big man. What did you even throw at that? Did you just whip him? Were you doing whips? You're doing whips now. You're doing whips now to an angry man. Oh no. Swoosh. I've destroyed the floor ever so slightly.
Lord Dracula by a fluke, a mere twist of fortune, yet I grant you are adept. Hector!
Hector's here to witness all your flukes today. Fluke you into the netherworld. Oh, right, in the tumbus.
Here any longer. I've gotten what I need. But mark me well.
I've taken all of your blueberries, and now I'm going away.
So he escaped.
Ah, fuck, he took all my blueberries. The game's over now.
Be no doubt of it then. You are indeed his enemy.
Just as I told
Is it
you,
me, or
it
do
was
video
meant.
games not have fight cutscenes like this anymore?
I am the one who shall vanquish him. Your
I feel like they've just sort of, like, they were everywhere in sort of the PS2 era, and now they've just sort of disappeared.
Pity. How unfortunate.
Oh, I'm a bold monk here as well today, all the priests tonight.
To obtain the
I want the vengeance. Oh no, you want the
I
vengeance,
simply
I'm
slay
sorry.
all
I
I
took the
am.
vengeance right out of your mouth.
Ergo, nothing was lost.
Think you so? Then you shall be glad
So
to
you
know
think?
where he is bound.
Thinks?
Where my
You're doing
dad
thoughts now? You're
Castle
doing
Room,
thoughts out of your
where
brain, you little
was
shit.
Do you remember the place?
Why are you
could I forget?
berating me for having thoughts? I guess because he's a manipulator,
There is a
and he
hidden
wants you to not
chamber.
think for yourself.
There you shall find him.
There you go,
That's
tis.
where I must go.
Tis all the way down the stairs.
I'd almost forgotten. Saint Germain gives you his regards.
Saint Germain, you say? Did you meet him in the clock tower?
Just so. He pledged he would no longer interfere in this matter.
It cannot be. No, that is not possible. I must make haste to complete the final touches. I beg your leave. Adieu.
Final touches to what? My fun friend. Oh fuck, you met Saint Germain? Damn, I need to go and complete my secret evil plan now. Goodbye. Oh!
Skeleton.
You love to see it. This is the same staircase that we've always had, but slightly different now, in a different place. The moon's not here for a start, we got rid of that, threw it in the bin. The werewolves are furious, how are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know? Oh no, there it is, look, there's the bin in the sky, look, we made it, here. What are you even? You're a roof. I thought that was some sort of sky joint, but it turns out no. Turns out no, even now there's even men for looking around with Satan and Ben. That's our law firm. Satan's a very good lawyer, it turns out. Who knew? Where are we and what are we doing? Correct, it sounded like it was doing the abandoned castle music again. This is the same. We are in the abandoned. Who? What? 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 You? Would you? It is the stairs. When? Whoa. Ah. None of you were. Because this was a cutscene room, I guess. Did we just skip this? Because I like to think I'd have noticed if a bunch of jumping boys were here again. I need answers. I need answers, not enemies. You're shooting fireballs, and it's not even like an ability. You're great. You'll do it without prompting. Hang the fucking moment now. Who's the bloke in the... Surely you've... The fuckers teleported us. I think? We were in there and it's just plonked us over here now. Am I understanding correctly that that's what you've done? You've just plonked us. You had like multiple passages coming back here. It would have been fine. Would it not? Why would I have complained anyway? I suppose only I can answer that. What in Gregory's tiny handbag have you put now? He's sick of you slipping random items into his handbag. It's just weird. It's weird of you. There's something sort of kind of sinister about it. He just wishes he knew what your fucking deal was at this point. I am so bloody confused. You've upended my entire sense of the... if I'd been paying more attention in the cutscene... You are a flight of stairs. Right now. You did an effect. You did an effect. I want to know why.
Is that you, Hector?
It is.
Trevor?
I was told a hidden chamber lies beneath this castle. Isaac is there now.
What? That's not possible. In order to
Is it
open
not?
the passage to that chamber, the blood of my clan must... Oh. So that is why he fought me earlier.
What is it, Belmont?
There's
Cannot be avoided.
There's a
You
place
must show me just how much
in
power you've gained.
Dracula's
Wait,
castle
I
that
have no
only
reason
opens
to
if
fight
your
you.
blood is in it.
This is your reason. Defend yourself!
What? You're really just gonna schwooft at me right now? After all I've done?
After all the men I've put into a boat.
Well, we're going straight into it. I faintly remember the theft circumstances for you, so it's fine. You are invincible a bit. I could just... Could I not just, like, take your blood? You know that a healthy human under sterile conditions can give a pint of blood with no ill effects on their health. I believe is correct. Like, please look that up. Don't just take my word for it. I'm not a science boy. Like, how much of your blood do I need for this? Is it like a ludicrous amount that can I only get it through your neck? What's going on? What's the plan? What's your problem right now? That's different. Oh, secret sea. Oh, the sea. I'm really trying to warn you about the sea, and I feel like you're not listening. Which is rude. You're twiddling me off. There's no way. There's no way with pixies alone. I must make haste to the porridge zone. I'll put you on auto, so it's not like another thing I have to focus on. Do your crystals again. I want to know. None of that. None of punch. That's the light of vampire hunting? What's any of what you're doing? How are you sorcery? How are you sorcery right now? I need you to do... Can you do the thing for theft again? I think it's funny when you do that. It would make me laugh. Don't we all need a laugh, really? Curry! Fantastic! Well, that's out of the way.
No,
There's no point for you to do it. There's no point for you to do it. Even if... Right, made with 17 different spices. And now Now maybe I do, Satan, for extra attacks, because I really feel like the healing buffer you granted. You really did me a dick when you didn't like put the boss door here as you always used to indicate that I was walking into one of these. Might have been appreciated. What I am gonna do, I need that damage. I need that damage right at the moment everyone says I do. They all know what's up.
They all know it's time.
And I am going to honour their commitment to telling me what the time is by calling them the Benjamin Brigade, named after the biggest Benjamin of all, time itself. I've used all of my healing items. I'm a bit fuck right now. I'm a little bit of fuck. There could be absolute magnets in the floorboards right now. Anything metal is just down forever. Can you live with that, Can you live with what you've done? The consequences of Friday. What happens next on Saturday, o'clock? Are you invulnerable now? I don't quite know. It's took a bit of damage. Whoop! I've done a floop.
As if you're an entirely different person. So this is your true strength.
Why did you
It
attack
seems
me?
so.
The place to which Isaac has gone can only be entered by those who possess very advanced powers. I had to test you.
Oh, so it's powers.
See. Meaning you would have me pursue him.
Indeed. But first you shall need my help. Come.
I've got to bleed into a sock to stop the door. So you could have just done this the whole time and gone in yourself, is what you're telling me. You know, if we both went, then which of us was stronger would be irrelevant.
There. It is done.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those carpets.
The Belmont blood acts as a key.
Yeah, to the basement, which for some reason is up the stairs.
Do not ask. If you knew, your heart might waver. For now, hold the image of Isaac in your mind. Think only of defeating him.
Very well.
What happened to your eyes just then, my friend? Was that an illusion or not?
Hunt him down. And when you have him, show him no mercy.
Don't put any mercy in his back pocket to have for later. It's not good. So, we're in the infinite corridor. One supposes. At the very least, they've said it. So, what sort of infinity awaits us? Do we know? That's going through my leg. It's narrowly avoiding my leg. You've at least not speared your ankle. Which is great. I would advise you to continue keeping your ankle safe in this moment of dire testing and horrible men trying to beat you up with a sword. This seems like the place to stop. The devil's snooping around, and that means it's time to end. Tune in next time when we'll see what that's all about. Bye for now.